Blog Talk Radio.
You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper.
Welcome to the Big Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Guys, season 4 is still going strong right now. Have a great guest on the show tonight. I'll get into that in 1 second. But, guys, make sure everyone is listening right now. You go check out the website, www.thebigscoopwithcoop.com. Check out the Facebook page, The Big Scoop with Coop. Twitter. If you can't find me, just Google me. The show is all over, guys. Season 4, like I said, is still going strong. And today's guest, oh, my goodness. She is a well-established star in the movie industry and television industry. She has done a lot. You can catch her on the Amazon show called The Kicks. You can also catch her. She actually appeared on Hawaii Five-0. She's also appeared on so many different shows from Beverly Hills 90210 in a guest spot. She actually done Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can keep naming on and on and on, but no need to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Ms. Monica Lacy. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How was your day today?
It was great. I feel like I've been driving all over town, but it's all good.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Ran into a lot of traffic?
I did. I had to drive, all over town. I went over to Disney Studios for an audition and trying to stay cool. It's super hot outside. Very hot.
Well, yes, I'm in North Carolina, so I know exactly what you mean. The temperature is somewhere close to the hundreds. So, yes, I definitely feel you.
It's much hotter there.
Oh, yes, it definitely is. Now, everybody that's listening worldwide, just to let you know, like I said, Monica is a very established actress. She's doing big things in the movie industry, big things in the television industry. And, Monica, just to let you know, when people listen to the show, they're paying close attention to everything that you're saying. So just to let you know, Monica, on this show, we talk about how you started in your career, your success, give advice how to actually get into your career, and much more. So, Monica, I got to ask you, first and foremost, when did you first realize that you wanted to become an actress?
Well, actually, Coop, it was kind of by accident. I had a friend at school, and I lived in Orange County, which is like south of Los Angeles. I had a friend at school who did commercials, and of course I wanted to do it. And my sisters and I, I'm an identical triplet. So we're these triplet girls that went to high school, but we didn't know anybody in Hollywood at all. But we had this one friend who did commercials, and we said, oh, will you tell your agent about us? And he did, and the agent wanted to meet with us. And so we went, and he signed us, and then we started working as triplets and kind of started, and then I started kind of working on my own. And then after a while, I decided, hey, I really like this. So I kind of fell into it. I know it sounds weird, but at first when we did our first commercial and our first TV gig, it's kind of like, isn't this hilarious? This is so fun. What a funny one-time thing. And then I just kept going and started taking classes and booking more shows and taking more classes and making more connections. And here I am. I'm the only one who's still in the acting business. I'm in as an actress.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice. Very nice. And, that's a good thing, starting at a young age and you're building up yourself to get prepared to where you're at right now. That's really a very interesting start as far as it goes for you and your sisters. Big shout outs to your sisters if they're listening right now. So you're doing great things, and I just want to commend you ahead of time for continuing to actually keep doing what you're doing in the television industry and the movie industry and everything. Now, Monica, do you have any mentors, that actually help you out to get to where you're at today?
Yes, I would say I've had a couple acting teachers that inspired me and made me love acting and made me see what there is, what's capable of what that made me see and fall in love with acting. And I would say one of my mentors was Larry Moss. He's like a big acting teacher here, and he's written a book, and he is just a super gifted teacher. And his book has everything in it. I think it's called Living the Life or The Intended Life or something. And he's just super highly respected, and he just took my acting to the next level. And I was so inspired by him of how much work I could put into it and how much more I could get out of it. And I've had other friends, as I've been in the business, I've had different friends go on and that I went to college with, go on and become successful in their own right. And so it's kind of fun because I feel like they're all out there helping me if they can and having different friends along the way, that way. But I would say that was probably it. And then other friends who just have been plugging along for 30, 40 years that you probably don't know their names, but I know that they're still acting and they're still doing a great job, and their performances still impress me and inspire me, and they're still at it. And so that's just my second mentor kind of thing.
Nice. Everybody, make sure you go pick up the book if you're trying to actually get into the acting scene. If you want to get into the movie and television industry, make sure you read that book, because that's one step forward that's going to actually get you prepared for auditions and get prepared for everything. Now, Monica.
Great. There's so many words of wisdom in there. It's amazing. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Nice. Nice. I like that. I'm actually I have to look for that book myself, because I would love to see what he had to actually say in the book. So that's a great thing right there.
Amazing. Yeah. Good one.
Yes. Now, you've been around so many, different actors, actresses, producers, managers. You've been around them all, from the days of Beverly Hills 90210, from Parent Trap. You've done it all. Now, how would you compare the movie and television industry from back in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, up to now? Do you think it's actually became better or worse?
I think it's better for everybody. It's because 10 years ago, now, mind you, like I started acting, then I did about 15, 20 years, and then I took a big 10-year break, and then I came back. And let me tell you, it's so different, but it's so much better. When I first started, there was no way you could audition you couldn't show anybody your talents and skills unless somebody called, unless you had an agent, and that agent got you an appointment, and you got to go audition. But in today's world, you can have you can post your own material, you can have a website, you can film your own stuff. It's totally affordable now to shoot something with an iPhone. And people do it all the time, and you can shoot pictures much cheaper now, and you could have any kind. You can just showcase yourself so much better, and there's more online opportunities for people to see you. And there was back when I started, there was no social media, there was no Facebook, there was no way to contact your fans. So I couldn't contact like a casting director and say, "Hey, how are you?" And I almost always do that if I can. If it's somebody that I know, I'll reach out and touch base with them. And you just couldn't do that before. You had no access. You had no way of being seen unless you were on a stage in Los Angeles or New York or in an actual production. So that's got to be good for everybody. It's much more democratic and affordable these days. Yeah, you can film your own content and you can put yourself out there, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, Monica. I think social media has actually done a pop for everyone in the industry. And when I say the industry, I mean in the broad industry, from movie, television, music, all over. Because like you said, you can put yourself out there and get seen and get noticed. And, in today's time, it's all about how many people, I hate to say this, but it's all about the likes. Or how many fans can you actually grab? And it seems like now that some people are more focused on how many people are following you compared to your skills itself.
Talent, yes, and that's a new change. It's interesting because now there's something, there's stars that are social media stars only. They're not famous for anything else but then having a lot of people like them and follow them with making a little vine or, and it's so interesting because that's new. That's all new. I almost don't understand it, but they're now they're now something, and then they can build on that and take meetings based on that, and that has some sort of value out there in the world.
and so that's true.
It's a good opportunity for people. It's another on-ramp for more people to get involved.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right about that. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen that's listening worldwide right now, I mean, take heed to what Monica is saying, because if you're trying to get into this business, if you have something simple as a Facebook account, I mean, Instagram, I mean, I think they pushed up their video to 30 seconds now, 30 seconds or a minute, one to two. But I mean, you can get yourself out. Yeah, you can get yourself out there and you can show the world what you can do. And trust me, publicists, managers, agents, people are watching. So if you're trying to get out there and you feel like it's hard, start with your own equipment and then work your way up.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yes,
and you can show yourself to whatever you want to show. Like, say you wanted to read for a cop show, there's nothing stopping you from making yourself look like a cop, do a scene like a cop, send it to the people. You know, like, without being annoying. You just have a better chance. You can showcase all the different sides of you and the different looks you might have or want to do, or your different skills very easily, and in that way. And people do look. Everybody looks now. Every time. You know, everybody's looking all the time.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. That is definitely so true. Now, Monica, you're actually doing something big right now with Amazon, and you're in the show that's called The Kicks. Can you tell everybody about that show?
Well, The Kicks is a new Amazon original series. It's going to start streaming August 26th, and the whole first season will be up. Now, first the pilot. Amazon did the pilot. We did one pilot, and everybody wrote in and responded with so many good comments, and that Amazon picked it up to series. So that was really great and so, you know, gratifying to see that. And it's a family show. It's about it's a family show you can watch together with your kids. Your kids will like it, and I promise you adults like it too. It's not your typical kid show. First of all, it's about a little girl. I play the mom, and the mom and dad. We have two kids who moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, and she's a fabulous soccer player. She wants to go to the Olympics. She's 14 years old, Devin, and she is really good. And of course, she comes and joins a team that's terrible, and so all these kind of things that happen. Our whole family's trying to adjust to moving to California from living in Connecticut, and we're completely fish out of water and all of that, and trying to adjust. But mom and dad have a point of view and get to be seen. It's not just one of those shows where it's all about the kids and mom and dad are just never there.
Yeah.
But it's very realistic too, because I think like we get to be kind of interesting and funny and heartfelt, and sometimes our kids have to tell us what to do. Sometimes we have to tell them what to do. It's kind of a modern take on a family, with much more real. Like, I think you'll recognize your family in there more than you would an 80s sitcom, because it's more realistic about how we, you know, the way the family operates and stuff. And
nice.
I really like it.
Hey, there you go. Tell everybody again the date when it's actually coming out.
So August 26th is when it will start streaming live, and anybody who has Amazon Prime will get it for free. And you can go and stream it, and you can stream it on your phone, your iPad. You can pull it up on your computer. You can AirPlay it up onto your big TV, whatever you want to do. And you'll really like it. There's also lots of, if you like sports shows or movies, like sports movies, it's got lots of great sports sequences with the soccer that will be interesting for the boys and girls. And there's lots of pranks and things that all the teenagers like, the kids pranking other kids, and it's just really cool.
I will make sure.
Yeah.
Monica, I'm going to make sure that I do catch that show. It sounds very interesting. I mean, it really does. And everybody that's listening right now, make sure you go see this show August 26th. If you have Amazon Prime, if you don't, spend the $99, get it. It's $99 a year. This show right here makes it worth getting it by itself. So make sure you support Monica in this. This show, I believe, has the capability of actually really blowing up, and I have a feeling it will blow up. So, guys, make sure, and Monica, make sure you tell all the cast and crew I said hello and congratulations ahead of time for a very successful show. So make sure you let them know.
I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. Now, Monica,
everybody respond to it and see all that. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. Now, Monica, you've done something that I think a lot of people are having trouble doing in the acting world. How hard was it for you to, go between doing comedy and drama? I mean, how do you balance yourself to take care of both sides of the acting side of doing that?
Well, it definitely takes a commitment because you really, they're both two different things. True comedy and true drama, are different things. And I find that I kept kind of gravitating to comedy stuff, and I really enjoy that. It's comedy is more musical. It's more whimsical. You push things to the nth degree. It's more silly, and I just really enjoy it. Drama is as truthful and honest and sometimes painful. It's more like holding up a mirror to your soul. So they're very different, and they have different rhythms and different things you need to know about the, typical drama and typical comedy. But these days, they're really blending the two. And so it used to be very separate, and now, like I used to have a comedy reel and a dramatic reel. Now they're kind of blending it. Like we all see shows like Blackish, which is hysterical, but then also tugs at your heart. Like that's kind of there's drama in there too. And the comedies have drama, and the dramas have a little comedy. So it's they're starting to really be very blendable in my mind. And I love that because I think it's a good showcase for somebody like me who's not very serious. I look kind of serious and together, but I'm really not at all. And so I like I like playing both. I would hate to be tied to just one, but if I had to pick, I'd pick comedy for sure because I like to be outrageous, silly.
Hey, that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. I believe if you do something like that and you stick to comedy, I think everybody needs a little laughter in their life. And comedy, is like a relief from the real world. So I think a lot of people actually needs that. So that's a good thing. I would love to see you in more comedy. I really would.
Oh, thank you. I'm hoping to do more of that. I mean, I used to love, sometimes they give the comedy parts to kind of the real character actors or the people they know about. They don't give it to the people who look kind of traditional or standard like me. But I like that because it's a surprise. You don't see it coming with somebody like me.
And that's what we need.
People always go, you are so not serious, but you look so together, but you play so falling apart. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I like things that don't look like what they appear. I think it's more interesting.
There you go. Most definitely. Now, Monica, if you could pick any actor or actress, let's do both. One actor and one actress to collaborate with in a movie or television show. Who would it be and why?
Wow. It would probably be I love Jason, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Jason.
Okay.
Heavens. He's from, what's his name? Jason, oh my gosh, he was in Arrested Development, and he's in tons of movies, and he's
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I can't think of his last name to save my life, though.
No, it's Jason. Oh, my gosh, it's killing me. I'm looking at him right now because I'm like, why can't I think of his name? Jason Bateman, for God's sakes. Jason Bateman. He is, what I love about him is that he's funny, and he can play comedy and drama, and I think some of the shows he's been on, I just absolutely think are hysterical and a scream, and I just love his sense of humor. I think I would love to be partnered opposite him, like maybe playing a wife or love interest, but I'd also, and I guess a female person would be Kristen Wiig, because Bridesmaids and different shows like that have just been my favorite. I think she comes up with so many crazy characters, and I think it would be so inspiring for me to do something like that. And I think my creative juices would be flowing so majorly, and I would get so inspired. And she just pushes the limit on whatever she does, and it's hilarious. But she also has kind of like a little touching side in there too, which I really like.
Mm-hmm. So if you did that and you did it as a comedy, could you actually control yourself through the whole show? Having both of them in the show?
You mean without laughing, you mean?
Yes. Yes.
It would probably be very hard, but I think I would love it. I think it would be a total dream. I think that would be a scream. But yeah, because I would try to focus. No, it would be hard. Kristen, I have a feeling she's just laughing all day long, and that's the best.
Of course, there'll be a lot of cut scenes.
You're almost about to laugh. It's the best.
Mm-hmm. You will be having a lot of cut scenes in that show. You really would, or movie.
That's right.
Yes.
Totally.
Now, Outside, well, even with acting, or even outside of acting, do you have any future projects or any projects that you're working on right now that you can share with the world to let everybody know?
Now, that's great. I just signed on to do a couple more years as the AutoNation spokesperson. And so that means I'm the face of AutoNation, which is the largest auto retailer in America. And we shoot a whole bunch of commercials every year and do a whole bunch of different concepts, and they're really bumping it up. And so I'm really proud to be doing that because there's a lot of fun concepts coming down the pike. And I'd say every couple months we come out with a bunch of new ones, and then we also do radio ads and billboards and stuff like that. But perhaps most important is AutoNation has decided as a company to give 100% of their charitable giving and fundraising to curing cancer. And they specifically have committed to curing breast cancer. And that is a very, very cause that's near and dear to my heart because my family, lots of people in my family have had breast cancer, including my mom right now who's stage 4 metastatic. And so she's really struggling with it. So it's a way I can help in a big way make a difference by being the face of the commercials and the campaign and helping raise a lot more money than I could if it was just one person out there. So it's been really gratifying to do that and be a part of it. AutoNation even changed their corporate colors to pink because of breast cancer.
Wow.
I just think that's pretty amazing. You never hear of companies, at least olden days, you never heard of them really putting charity and fundraising in the forefront of their company like that. And AutoNation really has, and they're amazing. They're really amazing. I think they're forward thinking. I think more and more companies are doing that. As young people come up, they're like, hey, I can put my money anywhere. I want to put it with a company I believe in that's like Tom's, and they raise money. And there's so many companies now that do that. And I just think that's the new modern way, and I think it's smart. And I'm so much happier to support AutoNation because of it. And so I'm excited for the fun stuff we come up with next year.
Big shout outs to AutoNation. Big shout outs to all the companies that's actually raising money for breast cancer because that is a serious business, guys. Ladies and gentlemen that's listening around the world, if you can put money towards a company or donate towards cancer in any type of way, breast cancer, any type of cancer, I don't care if it's a penny, $1, $5, $100. It doesn't matter. Just put what you can because we all have to fight this, and we have to make sure that we win on this side, guys. Monica, also, your mother will be in my prayers. I believe she will fight this, and she will win the battle. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's something that everybody has a cancer story. It's pretty shocking. Everybody knows somebody. It touches us all, and we do have the ability, like you said, if everybody comes together, and there's so many creative ways to do that. In AutoNation, if you any car or truck that you buy, they put a pink plate around your license plate, and you can show your support that way. If you want to drop by and just make a donation of any amount, we'll give you a pink plate, and you can put that on around your license plate and show your support, which I love that they do that as well. So it's just one way to kind of show support and build up all the people out there who are fighting it right now. There's a lot of people out there. You're so right. Yes, you're so right. Everybody, after this show, go and give. I don't care. Like I said, once again, I will repeat myself. Go and give. It doesn't matter if it's a penny, $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000. Just give. Because we have to come together and we have to fight this. And I'm guaranteed if we can put all our funds together and our support together, something can happen and we will make a difference. So, yes. So everybody go help Monica out on this. Now, I appreciate that. Yes. Now, Monica, how can your fans find you on social media? Well, I'm on Facebook at Monica Lacy, and I am on Instagram. That's probably my favorite mode. It's at Mon Lacy, at MONLACY. And I also am on Twitter at Mon Lacy, at MONLACY. And I also have a website, monicalacy.com. And so I'm going to be updating that soon because I've got new fun behind-the-scenes photos and pictures from the set and doing some fun stuff with the cast behind the scenes. And we're about to do a whole bunch of press. So there's going to be fun things. Oh, and Alex Morgan. Did I mention this? Alex Morgan is the star of the women's soccer team. Do you know her? She is the USA women's national soccer team. She's going to be killing it during the Olympics. She is the one who wrote the series of books called The Kicks
that the show is based on. So she supports it, and it's kind of exciting to follow her at the Olympics and then watch kind of inspired by story of her growing up. And that's kind of what the show is about. So it's exciting. I'm really excited to watch the Olympics with my family and everybody I know.
Of course.
I'm sure everybody is too.
Oh, yes. I'm going to actually be definitely staying tuned to the Olympics. That's one of my favorite things to watch, especially during the summer. It's just showing everybody.
I love the human interest story, like how when they tell the stories about everybody who's, coming out and how they got to where they are. It's pretty inspiring. It makes me want to go do something with my life. And I have to say, it's so great to see the women's USA the national soccer team of the women. They're number one in the world. The world. That's amazing.
That's right.
And they've been the number one in the world for a couple of years going. They're amazing. I just can't believe the level of play. I played soccer and didn't look anything like that when I was a kid. But it's kind of fun, and there's so many fans out there, men and women. Because, I think the men are rated, not quite as high. I think they might be like in the 30s. But still, it's amazing to see these athletes, how far they go and how good they get. It's amazing.
Do you think it's because of the coach? The difference, like the ranking?
Like how teams? Yeah, and I think that sometimes there's just a magic, group of people that do so well, like together. And it's just that time. Like that's why, like the Lakers, when they hit their stride, or the certain teams, it's just the magic of everybody together contributing. And I think with soccer, it's just hitting its stride in America. It's been huge in other countries, but I think girls especially have just caught on. And every girl I know has played soccer or is about to play soccer or their kids play soccer. Like it's just something. It's like a part of life now, and so many people play, and it's easy to play. It's easy to participate, and I think they'll get so much more out of watching the Olympics because they know what they're watching is hard and how accurate these people are. And I do think that coaching makes a huge difference. But I think if you want to be good, and you can go out there and really, if sports is somewhere where usually hard work pays off. Hopefully hard workers meet the good coaches, and then it's true magic.
So true. So true. Now, Monica, also, what is your ultimate goal as an actress?
Who my idol is? It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She went from Seinfeld to the old Adventures of New Christine, and now she's on like the hottest show that I think is probably the best ever. It's called Veep. She's been on 3 amazing shows. Like that would be a dream, to be working with each, like to be able to be on. I'm on the Kicks. So I'd love to be on another show one day. Like if I could keep doing this for 20 more years, 30 more years, I would be so blessed and so lucky. I just dream about that. Like I just want to keep working, keep on working, keep learning something, and keep working, because it's the only thing that really scares me to death, and yet is the most exciting thing I do every day. So I just know that I wouldn't be satisfied with anything else. Sadly, but truly.
Yes. And your resume, Monica, already speaks for itself. And like I told everybody before, you can go all the way back to the days of 90210, Parent Trap. You're still working. Even if you took a hiatus off, you came back in and you're still kicking like you never missed a beat. So now you got the kicks. Trust me, you saying 20 or 30 more years. Yeah. You said 20 or 30 more years. I think that's going to be very easy for you to sustain right there. So that's not a problem for you. So, yes.
Well, thank you. I hope so. And I keep seeing more and more roles. I'm like, yay, now I can do different roles. Like as you get older, you leave the, young adults, then you're like in the mom category. And then hopefully I can do more, different kind of crazy characters. Today I went in for a mentally ill character. Super interesting, hard, fascinating, challenging.
I believe it.
But that's there's always rich characters out there, and as you stick around, you slowly have a chance. Everybody sticks it out, but keeps getting a chance. You'll eventually get your turn at the ring.
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen that's listening out there, make sure if you're an actor or actress that's actually just starting in the industry, there's no easy road. You have to come out there and you have to show every time that you step on stage, step in front of a camera, step anywhere, and you have to show your A game every time, guys. So if you're doing that right now, continue to do it. Congratulations to the people that are making it big. Congratulations to Monica that's making it big. She's doing big things, so continue to do what you do, Monica. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Coop. That's really sweet. Thank you so much.
Yes, and I'm not going to hold you long. 'Cause I know you're a busy woman. One last question: what advice would you give any male or female that wants to become an actor or actress?
I would say act every day. That means film yourself, put stuff on tape, perform pieces that you write, perform pieces your friend writes, perform plays that are famous. Get on stage wherever you are in any city. You can always be in a play, and it can get videotaped, and then you've got a piece of tape, and you keep your ear to the ground, look at what projects are coming up, and if there's one that you're right for, email the casting or the producer, the director. Figure out a way to get in front of them, and if you've been working on your craft, then you'll be ready to blow them away. Because there's room for everybody in this business. Truly, your part will be there. I don't believe in this nonsense that only a couple people could make it. There's room for everybody, and your time will come. You've got to work on it every day. Read the books, watch the inspiring things, but most importantly, do it as often as you can, as much as you can.
Nice. Guys, you heard it here first on the Big Scoop with Coop. Monica Lacy on the show. Congratulations once again for the kicks. Congratulations for the shows you've done back in the 80s, the 90s, all the way up to now. You have a big career ahead of you, Monica. You continue to do what you do. Monica, I would love to have you back on the show in the future.
I would love to, and I love Scoop with Coop, and I love the show, and I'm going to be watching and keep on listening and keep an eye on your career because you're a rising star too. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the chance to talk to you.
Thank you, and you have a great day, Monica.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Until next time, everybody, on the Big Scoop with Coop.
Bye, everybody.